And we're live for our monthly Monday live show with the Happy Place Diaries. I'm flying solo. Tonight, Teresa is in the other room on a work call. This late in the evening, they're still trying to figure out the school year and what that's gonna look like up here. It's been a busy time since we last went live. We got a couple of you in the room. We got RV Weekends. I'm assuming they're still in here. Full Time Dream. Great to see you. Weekend RVing, and our buddy Fred Christie from Colorado Springs there at the Air Force Academy. Good to have you all in, and we'll kind of let folks figure out that we've gone live today. Still kind of getting used to the once a month schedule. Not sure if that's too far away, even though our last live was technically 2 weeks ago. We did say that we would go live the last Monday of every month, and today is the last Monday. And so I figured we better start developing our consistency now and see where we're at in the coming months. See if anybody's actually going to be showing up for these things. And let me see here. Got a couple notes. I want to make sure that everything is working. Hey, my Jen Jewel is in. John from Traveling MIA Researcher is in. Good to see you. And I'm assuming it's MJ because, Izzy is Izzy from Endless RVing. And anyway, they're all in and checking us out tonight. So what have we been up to? We've been up to a lot lately. And over the last 2 weeks since we went live, hey, Randy from Randy's Adventures is here. That's awesome. Good to see you, Randy. I'm going to try to do two things at once here. I'm trying to stay with the chat as well as keep an eye on the camera, seeing who's in and who's chatting and whatnot. We're planning on going an hour unless we absolutely just run out of things to talk about. But I think we could go an hour tonight because we do have quite a bit for those of you that follow us, and I'm assuming most of you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be hanging out on a live stream. We've been really busy. We've been putting out our regular content. We honestly believe that that these live streams are a great way of building community and doing actual connection. And I actually have an idea that I might try instead of using StreamYard next month, so that we can actually have a conversation rather than me talking and reading. But we could do that. Hey, Susan from New Horizons just jumped in. Good to have you. And but anyway, I'm going to experiment with that. And I know the system works. I just don't know how well it will work. And let's face it, I'm not pulling 500 people into the live streams. So if I do it the way that I think I can, I'll send out a notification, and it'll be kind of like this, but I'll invite everybody in, and then they could be in their K&R destinations. Good to see you. Welcome in. But I think it would be a little bit more of a conversation that we can all have together, daydreaming about nice things. Hey, Gary, how you doing? Good to see you. People are starting to creep in, and that's great. We've been live for a few minutes, and that's the way it goes. Am I coming in okay? Am I everybody here? Live streaming terrifies you. You know what, Randy? I consider all of us friends here, and so really, and that's why I really want to go to maybe even just a Zoom format and do a Zoom stream once a month, and that way we can actually talk to each other rather than just going me talking and you listening and putting stuff in the chat. And the nice thing about the Zoom is you do have the chat option where people can come in and they don't have to be on the screen if they don't want to, and they could chat and just kind of lurk there. Living the RV local life. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So what's been happening since our last live stream? Well, we did a bunch of videos, and again, like I said, I love this interaction that builds community. But our videos are kind of the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of the channel. We have been out a ton. We did a week down at Crater Lake, and that was absolutely fantastic. There, we did a video on that. You could check that out. We also did since the last stream. We spent a week down in Lapine State Park. We didn't do a video on Lapine State Park because we've been there so much, and good to know they're living. Show that one real quick. Good to have you with us. But so we spent a week down in Lapine with some great friends and just had a ball. And then we came back and we did a week. We did a week at Crater Lake, a week at Lapine, and so we stayed when we were down at Crater Lake. We stayed at a KOA called Lamolo. We did do a video about Lamolo, and that's a KOA. Fantastic, Wayward Wags. Good to have you, my friend. It's fantastic to see you. Cubs did some good trades today, strengthened the bullpen. So stay tuned, buddy. But we ended up getting a couple of videos out of the Crater Lake trip. We put out two videos this last week. One about how we go about our pre-trip, and to be honest with you, the pre-trip video was all about testing a new thumbnail format, and so far so good. So we're going to stick with that for a little bit and see what happens there. And then we just put out a video. Let me back up. There's a video about the Valterra RV stabilizers, and follow up. And I put a comment on that video yesterday after spending the last 4 or 5 days out on the coast in the RV. If you have any shakes in your video in your RV, go ahead and pick up those Valterra stabilizers. There's links in our video to get them. Hey, Michael Willis, good to see you, buddy. Sherry's Creations, good to have you with us also. Knowing what we know now, we should have bought those 4 years ago. Absolutely took 99.5%. I mean, it made such a difference. We were with Dustin and Leslie from Wayward Wags down in North Carolina, and they had them on their rig. And we noticed that the rig was super stable. And Dustin kind of showed me how he put them on and all that. We picked them up, we put them on, and let me tell you, just a remarkable difference. I wish I was getting paid to talk about them. I'm not, but like I said, we should have bought those 4 years ago because they made all the difference in the world in our rig. So if you have a fifth wheel or a travel trailer and you're experiencing any kind of shaking, and I'll tell you, if I laid in bed and Teresa got up for anything to let the dogs out or whatever, I felt it. It was like being on a boat. Nothing, zero. Um, every time she got up this last time. So check out the video. It's the Volaterra RV stabilizers. Um, there, it's in our catalog of videos. Check it out, and go ahead and hit one of those links, and you can pick them up. They're not that expensive. I recommend getting two, one for east west and one for north south. Hey, Nursing Our Travel Bug, good to see you. Welcome in. Really, really a great product. And then speaking of products, our video this last Sunday was about the Gas Stop, which is a valve system that goes on propane tanks. Our Epic is in, so Michael and our Epic is in. So that means Shelly is watching too, hopefully. Anyway, the Gas Stop video, check it out. In full disclosure, we did not get paid to do the video. They did send us the Gas Stop, and we are affiliates of Gas Stop. So feel free to use those links, and it'll get you 10% off of the Gas Stop, and you get free shipping. So go ahead and check those out. We played with them this last week down at the coast, and we didn't have any leaks, so I don't know, but they did indicate the level of propane that we had, and in the event that we did have a leak, I slept well knowing that I'm totally protected, and just a really good product. And so we did do a video on that. Check it out. Again, it's up on our channel page. So what else is new? We've been doing a lot of work. Hey, thanks, Wags. Appreciate it. There is the link. And Wags has a video out there too, so check them both out. But I'm going to tell you, I can't talk good enough about how well they work. I mean, they are tremendous. All right, moving on. What's new? We've been doing a lot of work on the channel, trying to learn, how to do better at YouTube. Like most of us in this room are creators, so constantly learning and tweaking and doing some stuff. We've been working on the logo. Teresa's been getting really creative with her Cricut machine. In fact, she got it to where she could do t-shirts on the machine now. And she just did this t-shirt for Levi. She made this t-shirt today. That's a Levi t-shirt. And she's done she did some branding stuff for us that we put up on the hey, J&N Travels, good to see you. She did some branding stuff for the RV, and so we did some work on, and those of you that follow us on Instagram at Happy Place Diaries, you could see what she's done there. Did a big logo for the back, and now she's going to change it because we think that this is going to be our new logo. And I'm not using, since we went to the once a month deal on StreamYard, I'm back to using the free version. So I'm going to put up an overlay, old school, old school overlay. So we're thinking that's going to be the new, see if that'll focus, new logo. The RV DJ, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Again, we're just showing what we think. We think that we're going to use this as our logo. I like the clean look. I like the font is easier to read, and it kind of speaks to our value proposition of helping you get the most out of your RV. And with that comes our the journey, which is represented by the compass, and then our destinations, which is the GPS pin, and of course the RV and all that. So I kind of like the clean look, and we're gonna toy with that. I've got another one in the works, but right now that one is the front runner. And for those of you that didn't see that T-shirt, Linda, again, Teresa made that on her Cricut machine, and she made some other T-shirts for us. We do the group that we camp with up here, and if Jen is still watching, she's already got her shirt. But Teresa, in fact, talk amongst yourselves. Hold on. So the group that there's Jen, the group that we camp with, we created our own little caravan club, and so Teresa made these T-shirts on her Cricut machine. See if I could do that. So that's the T-shirt, and we're doing stickers that look just like this. That is going to go on the back of our rigs also. So it's really cool what she could do with that machine. And so she's doing, all of our new branding stuff and all that. We're trying to be creative and do it at home. Now, when we get to the point where we want to be able to do T-shirts, and we do have T-shirts that are up on our Teespring swag shop. When we get the new logos finalized, we'll change the logo on those shirts, and we'll still use that. But Teresa's doing stuff here on a small scale because it's a heck of a lot more economical to do it that way. And so anyway, our little caravan club, and then our logo and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. And so far as working on the channel, most of you that follow us probably won't notice kind of the subtleties. We did some work on the About channel, so I took a little online deal, and they talked about channel optimization and looking at your home screen and what your home screen looks to your average, returning guests and guests that are there for the first time. So we upgraded our playlist page. We upgraded the About page, and we're in the process of redoing our intro video, our little 30-second intro video, and that'll be up probably next week. And that will be a little bit more directed. It'll reflect more of the value proposition and inviting people into our channel. So we're excited about that. We're seeing good growth right now. And so we're trying to keep that momentum, get kind of on the wave, and stay on the wave. Um, so that's kind of where we're at. So we're trying to do a lot of optimization, keep lots of videos out there. We're still doing our video every single week. Last week was kind of abnormal because we did throw that additional video out there. Um, so anyway, we're super busy and just working the channel and just having a ton of fun. Like I said at the beginning, um, a week at Crater Lake at Lamolo, a week at Lapine, a week down on the coast. Um, we're heading out this weekend again for the Labor Day weekend. We're heading to the South um, Washington coast. Yes, this will be the throwback, and I'm going to auction the sweaty hat off. So, yeah. Anyway, yep, there's the swag shop that Wag put up there. Come here, bub. Come here, bub. Mr. Levi just come here, Elvis. Okay, he's going to the meeting. So John, on that point, and I have it here in my notes because there has been a lot of discussion about growing and growing it the right way. And I've given that statement a lot of thought because the right way is kind of one of those things that what's right for you, right? And so when I'm talking about growing our channel the right way, you're exactly right. We're growing it naturally. And it's taking forever. We started this channel back in 2018, hit 723 subscribers, I think, yesterday. And, I probably just jinxed myself, but that's okay because we are so used to the ebb and flow of the game, this YouTube game, that I would much rather do it the way we're doing it and just keep putting content out, getting better, getting more comfortable with our videos, getting better at editing, starting, developing better skills with the nuances of, thumbnails and titles and descriptions and doing all of that stuff. I would much rather, go through the processes and then have an outcome that is paid off by good growth and good views, right? Because my idea of healthy growth would be that our channel hits 1,000 and hits 4,000 views at the same time, or watch hours at the same time, because then it makes sense. See, I'm not chasing the golden ticket, and I'm doing this for fun. And right now, we are having a blast. And ever since, and I'll be honest with you, ever since we were with Michael and Shelly and Dustin and Leslie and got some really good advice and kind of hanging out with really genuine people that are doing it this way also, it changed our entire attitude about this whole YouTube thing. Do we want to find success in YouTube? Absolutely. I'm the personality that needs to find success, right? Failure is it drives me nuts. It's not an option. So, but what I understand is that success can be measured over time and space. And so I'm happy with the idea that right now, if you look at if you go into your studio and you click the little monetization thing over on the left hand side, it'll give you like two speedometers. And the idea in my mind is that the needles should be together, right? So your growth needle and your watch hour needle should both peg at the same time. And then, so to speak, you're in the money. So everybody has a different route to get there. And I was getting really critical about comparing myself to other channels and the rate of success. And then once I came to the realization that we can have a lot of fun doing what we do, and that will translate over time to better videos. Um, that will translate to better growth. That'll translate to all that. So anyway, I got like 50 distractions all of a sudden. Um, but I think that's doing it the right way. And MJ, you guys did that video absolutely spot on. And we kind of went back and forth, and you gave some great advice, and please know that people listen, because it's important to do that. Now, when it comes to buying subs and buying views and buying watch hours, it's out there. You could go to websites, you could do it, and if that's your thing, go for it. I encourage you to go for it, because if that's the way that you need to race to success, that's fine, because that's what you want to do. Um, and that's great. I'm not going to badmouth you about it. I'm not going to call you out or anything like that. But I will say, um, if you go that route, then don't get caught up in the disappointment on the back end when all of a sudden you peak and then you plateau and you don't get the dramatic growth that you reached and then plateaued. Um, I'm looking. So there's a tool out there called Social Blade, and I got introduced to it. Hey, Thin Blue Lane, good to have you. Great to see you. Time for exploring. I didn't say hello to you either. It's great to have you on tonight. But I was looking at it the other day. Somebody introduced me to it, and it will show you your projected growth in all of your areas, in subscribers, in views, in watch hours, in all of the metric that UPS uses, right? So the best of the floors popped in. Hey, how you doing? And what YouTube wants is your curve to go like this and just keep going. They don't want this. They don't want you to porpoise your way up. They would much rather see you grow steady and just continue to climb. Well, I was looking at our channel today, and that's exactly what's happening. We've got a steady climb, and there's a curve in it. And our goal has been, since January, our goal has been to reach 1,000 subs by the end of December of this year. And right now, we're not going to hit it. We're going to be really, really close. In fact, based on the projections through Social Blade, we're going to be at 995 or something like that at the end of the year. I can live with that. I'm totally good with it because in the long run, we're going to reach all the magic numbers. It's just going to take time. Again, we started this channel back in 2018. And I know that, and I'm looking at all the channels over here in the chat that hit the scene and went boom. And good. I have enjoyed being a part of your journey. I have, and I've learned a lot from all of you. And it's fun to watch. And I take pleasure in seeing your success. I really do. And when we get to that point, we're going to have a huge celebration also because, use kind of an army analogy. The best part of the road march is once you reach that destination, and the beauty of this is the destination is moving, right? So we're going to hit one goal, then we're going to reach another goal, then we're going to reach another goal. We set a goal for 100, and then 200, and then 300, etc. And here's Mr. Levi.
I don't have your ball.
And Mr. Levi is good for 100 subs all by himself. What's up, buddy? He just got up from a nap. He's got bedhead. Who's that? Yeah, it's Mr. Levi. So, yeah. So anyway, there's no shortcuts, like Randy said. And if you don't enjoy this journey, if you don't enjoy this process, then it will drive you nuts. You want to go down? Okay. It'll drive you nuts. I enjoy this process. I love editing. I like making the videos. Now that Teresa's on board and we're doing this more together, I'm really enjoying it a lot more. So the journey is really great, and we're really liking it. And I got to put this up here because this is exactly what I'm looking at now. What is the purpose of monetization? That's up to you, right? Yeah, you want to throw that for Chunky? Go throw it for Chunky. What do you want to show? Want to show everybody your ball? What is the purpose of monetization? Well, our purpose is, and we've said this all the way from the beginning. Whatever money we make through, Gas Stop or our Amazon affiliate program, or monetizing our videos, we're giving it all away. It's not my retirement plan. I've got a good retirement plan. So I'm really not concerned about the money part. The money to me is so that I can give more. So the more we make, the more we can give. And that has been our intent all along, which also takes the pressure off of me because I don't have to make the perfect video tomorrow because I'm not relying on it for my next meal. I'm going to eat dinner tonight with or without YouTube. So that's never been the motivation. It's always just been part of the deal. And so it's been interesting watching folks that kind of, get to being monetized. But then, for whatever reason, that's just kind of where they are. And, there's a saying that if you're not growing, you're dying, and that goes for everything. I've always believed that. If I'm not growing in my mind, if I'm not, you know, learning something new every day, if I'm not practicing a skill, if I'm not doing something, then things start to dwindle. There's a lot of perishable things, and so did Paul come in? Paul came in. Hey, how you doing, Paul? Good to see you. There's a lot of perishable things, and YouTube is no exception. If you don't keep getting better at YouTube, then you will just become another one of the, million channels that are out there that aren't doing much. So, do you have to be a mega channel to make money on YouTube? Yeah, you probably do. But again, do you have to be a mega channel to reach your goals and maybe put a little bit of money to the charity of your choosing? I don't think so. I don't think you need to be absolutely another KYD to make YouTube work. And so, I guess that's my 2 cents on that. I'm going to put the link up if anybody wants to come in for the last 20 minutes or so. And, again, we started this up. And, okay, so good point. We buy subs by putting talent in front of the camera. We all buy subs. Everybody buys them. It just depends on how you buy them, right? You buy them with good content. You buy them with consistent content. You buy them by being creative, or you buy them with money. I mean, either way, we're all in a market that we're selling something and we're receiving something, right? I'm selling my channel every time we make a video. Now, it doesn't cost you anything. So it's a good bargain because it doesn't cost anything for all of us to do this YouTube transaction. And I think that's an important part for people to think about because, we don't have to get caught up in the money game. Is it nice? Sure. It would be absolutely fantastic to become a millionaire on YouTube. If I hold my breath long enough, though, then Teresa starts collecting benefits that I don't want her collecting yet. So I would much rather just kind of keep the steady pace and keep my my course set steady, which has helped with the new logo and putting that compass in there because I want to make sure that my compass heading is always heading the right way. And without further ado, here is Mr. Maggie Channel himself. You want to say
what's up, my friend?
I'm just living the dream. And there's the better half.
Hey, Teresa.
How's it going?
As I shake the table, I need to lean on something else. How you doing?
Doing good.
Kind of adjusting to the once a month deal, and like I said at the beginning, even though it's only been 2 weeks since we did a live, it feels like forever ago. But it was only 2 weeks ago, and I mean we have jam-packed that 2 weeks full of just all kinds of just all kinds of trips and videos and you name it. We've been super busy, and I noticed that you guys have been super busy too.
Well, you know more than others about how busy we've been because
I do.
you got the behind the scenes tour package when you signed up, and we were out all day at an undisclosed location.
And I'm sure that.
Okay, it's on Facebook apparently, so it's not as undisclosed as I thought. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
Well, I know you were
but
at some point somewhere in the Carolinas. So
we are living in South Carolina for the next few days, and then we're going to be heading south.
heading down into Florida.
Yep, we're going to head to Florida. We're chasing Thousand Trails because they're free for us, since we already got the Thousand Trails membership. So we're just chasing Thousand Trails, and Talon's thirsty.
Looking around the corner to see what's going on.
Yeah, I just heard a bunch of gulping. I look over and there's Talon. Yeah, we had a big day today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. John says that Shelly keeps updated on Facebook. Yeah. So yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. I've got to hang out with Blaine from Riley Creative Travel a couple of times, and then we went and had a really great lunch with him at was that place Blackbeard's something, I don't know. But here in lovely Beaufort, South Carolina. So just to keep everything straight, our epic RV adventure was with Riley Creative Travels in Beaufort, South Carolina. Now, some videos you're going to see in the coming weeks is going to be our epic RV adventure and Wayward Wags in Beaufort, North Carolina. Same spelling, different pronunciation, different state. Don't screw it up.
Oh, I won't, because I got to hit play. And Randy's got a good point here. When you do camping videos and videos about YouTube, there are different niches and could prohibit natural growth. You're absolutely right. And that's why I don't talk about YouTube on any of my videos. I restrict it strictly to live streams. And that might hurt me. Northwoods Life, how you doing? Corey, how's the back? I'm.
Oh, Corey's on here? Oh, cool. I haven't heard anything about it. I knew he was in the hospital. You okay, buddy?
Well, he had a second surgery, so.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And like I said at the very beginning of all of this, the live streams is all about community. The videos is our bread and butter. If that hurts us, I promise you that the live stream will be the area that we end up losing. Now, having said that, I also said that I want to look at maybe doing a different format other than using this format, so that we can actually have a conversation where there could be up to 100 of us in this window, and do that. And we'll toy with that. I'll probably talk with this guy about it later. This guy, and see what that looks like. But you're probably right, Randy. And again, as long as the curve just keeps kind of climbing, I'm okay. Okay, what Corey says, I'm okay. Very surgical wound on my bottom. Well, that's more than I needed to know.
Yeah, thanks, Corey, for that info, buddy.
I thought it was a back surgery, not a backside surgery.
Well, where does the back end?
Yeah,
whatever. Back end surgery. There you go.
Goes up here. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, I guess we've all been real busy, and I guess you don't realize, we've been doing a lot more, making sure the camera's with us, and it's helped that we've had a really active, super active summer. Um, and then we added some products to the RV, and so that helped with content and um, helping with our proposition value. Um, so we'll see how that all goes. We're well, change the name on us, and but yeah, I can honestly say that over the last 2 weeks since the live stream, um, we were too busy to think about doing a live stream. And in fact, I got a reminder on my reminders this morning that said, "You have a live stream today." And I went, "Oh, I might want to make sure that, all the systems were working." Senior sister, good to see you. I didn't see you sneak in. Good to have you with us. But yes, time for exploring. We're all praying for Corey to heal up because, um, surgery sucks to begin with, and the recovery sometimes is the worst part. At least
And nobody wants to have a bad butt.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Well, that's better than I mean, because I heard some people say that Corey was actually having like open heart surgery and stuff too. So, I mean, the rumor mill was flying. Let's just put it like that.
yeah, I didn't catch the open heart thing, but I did follow his saga with the back. So speedy recovery for you, my friend. Hopefully, hopefully you get well soon. You know, and kind of crappy timing because the camping season isn't over yet. And
Wait, whoa. What? There's a season for it?
well, see, for some people, for us, there's never an end. And I know we're not full time. We're part time plus. But
PTP, baby, PTP.
we are part-time plus. But lots of discussions on what that's going to look like over the next 5 years. So stay tuned. Listen, next summer we're going to do a trial. So we're going to see how that looks.
A trial most time or run. So you got to go from part time to most time to full time.
Right.
And it can be a matter of days. It can be a matter of days. It doesn't have to be a long drawn out thing.
Well, it depends what the water's like.
Yeah, true.
So, we're still working things out. Anyway.
Randy is living proof that camping season never ends, no matter where you live.
No, it doesn't. In fact, we had a great conversation with. Here's a pro tip. If you are in a campground, state park, whatever the case is, and all the state parks up in Oregon have these little, like 3-sided Adirondack cabin deals where they sell firewood out of, right? Most parks have some sort of firewood concession, whether you buy it at the store or you buy it there. Well, we're at one of the biggest state parks in Oregon. Fort Stevens State Park has over 480 something RV sites in there. And every loop has one of these places where you could buy firewood. Well, we had a beautiful pull-through site right next to it.
Nice.
I almost got real rich because everybody thought that I was the guy selling the wood. I won't do that again. Knowing what I know now, I'll go around the corner a bit. But it was so nice because it was perfectly level. It was great. But people knocking on your trailer door, going, how much is firewood? I'm like, $20.
20
Well, grab
bucks,
as much as you want.
$20 a bag
Yeah.
all day.
So there's the pro tip is don't camp next to the firewood place because you'll become the firewood guy. So don't do that.
Depends how honest you are.
Well, I and here's the deal. I was out there because we were out there for, I guess it was 5 days. So I'm out there and I'm dumping my tanks. And a guy actually walked up to me as I'm kind of crouched down, pulling my levers. And he looks right at me. He's like, do I give you the money? And I'm like, absolutely. Or you could put it in the box as the big red sign that says, put your money here. He just kind of looked at me like, no, you know, guy dealing with his poop hose is too good for me. So anyway, had a great time though. The weather was perfect.
So you dump your own black tank?
Yeah.
I thought you had a guy for that.
Well, I used to have a Sherpa that did all that, but you know, that became politically incorrect. And so now I have to do it myself.
I actually saw that on Facebook today. Somebody was asking, is there at campgrounds, is there somebody you can pay to dump your black tank for you?
Hey, look, if you're
I'll pull the handle. I'll dump it. I'll pull the handle.
You're looking for extra income. That might be a good gig. Walk around camp.
They didn't say anything about black tank clean out. They just said dump it. I can dump black tanks all day.
Pull that.
I might even push the handle back in after it stops running. You know,
for an extra buck. And what you do is you have a little towel, and you get done, and then you put a mint on their stairs. That's classy. That's a class act right there.
Would you put it on the stairs, or would you put it on top of the elbow going into the sewer?
No, it's got to go on the stairs.
And on the stairs, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you want to class it up a little bit. So.
Do you take a towel and like make a swan out of it and set it there too?
Yeah, a little swan or a little boat. You know, if you're camping out on the beach, you do the boat thing. You know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the endless. I mean, you talk about monetizing. You can monetize this entire RV thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's going to be somebody out there that doesn't want to put their jacks down, or they're, you know.
Here's another one I saw today. A couple wants a personal trip planner because they're going from North Carolina to like Wyoming or something. And they wanted a personal trip planner to put their RV trip together for them.
Right.
I'll do that. Drive whatever. When your tank gets low, pull over for gas. Then keep driving.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Full-time dream. No, I did not look at the guy's profile. I probably should have, but we were driving and I just saw it and laughed and told Shelly. Yeah, Bill, we use RV Trip Wizard too. As a matter of fact, on that Facebook group where that person was asking about the personal, concierge, I guess, and somebody said just go to RV Trip Wizard, and they replied, so they have somebody you can talk to that will plan the trip for you? We really want somebody to plan the trip for me. I'm like, I don't know.
It's endless. It's absolutely endless.
What is it, endless RVing?
The dude, what?
Got to give him a plug. Endless RVing.
Endless RVing.
Yeah, give him a plug. See, we just gave him a plug.
But is it endless?
I always give him a plug.
Yeah, we just gave him another one. They deserve it.
Were they asking for one?
No.
They never have.
If you have to ask for it, and that doesn't mean as much.
No, that's it. The dude next to us right now is one jack down, and no chocks blocking the tires.
Hey, but at least the tires are the tires on the ground, at least. Because that's the thing I see all the time with Class A's and C's and B's is the front tires off the ground. Occasionally, even the rear tires, which is even really scary because that's a lot of weight back there.
That is absolutely true. And there you go. See, but now, look, here's the deal, MJ. Remember where you got the shout out. I know your channel's struggling.
Yeah, they're struggling. I'm trying to help them out. Hey, real quick too, I'm gonna do a shameless plug for me. So last week was Talon's birthday. She turned 6. We took her to a dog park. I have drone footage of her running around the dog park and running into the lake. This dog park actually went right into a lake, so the dogs could just run in the park and run right into the water. It was awesome. So I got drone footage of Talon. That will be posted eventually.
Yeah. Well, you guys are like weeks behind.
Honestly, we talked about this last night. Depending on, we're trying to get things straight, and the less amount of time we're out running around, the more we can get things straight. We've got videos that we shot in February that still haven't been even edited, much less posted. So yeah, we are way behind. So we're gonna try to get posted up. We'll probably put some of this stuff out on Patreon, so the 0 subscribers we have on Patreon can look at them. But we'll see what we do. We'll see.
Yeah, you might have guilted me into taking a look at that. I don't know. We still, I looked into that.
I need to get serious about it, honestly, and I haven't yet.
There's some stellar footage for Patreon.
Yeah. So anyway, as we wrap up here, just kind of recap, kind of where we've been. Lots of videos out there. We've been working on the channel a lot to provide a better experience. We're keeping our eye on the prize of getting out there and doing videos that. And I actually caught myself in conversation this last week talking about, and here was the reason. A lady and her foster kid pulled up and camped right next to us, and they had a Keystone passport. We have a Keystone passport, but hers was a little tiny one. It's like the smallest passport they make. And she's brand new to this whole RV thing. And I didn't want to push the channel on her, but I just told her, I said, look, there's lots of information on YouTube about passports, about RVing, about how to, all this stuff, right? And she goes, well, what's your channel about? I said, our channel is all about helping you get the most out of your RV. And she goes, what does that really mean? I said, well, the perspective is we have owned our trailer for 4 years. We just came back from our 80th trip in that trailer. And so 79. So this weekend is going to be 80. That's a lot. The last time I took our trailer in, we had to get the motor replaced in the slide out. The guy at the dealer said that we have abnormal use of our trailer. And to me, that's a badge that I'm willing to wear because that means I'm getting the most out of RV. We walk around our neighborhood and there's RVs tucked in beside people's houses all over the place, but they never leave.
No, they probably can't at this point.
Out of your RV. There's a guy down at the end of the block here that has a beautiful Allegro. I have not seen that thing move in at least 10 years. So I don't know if somebody's just living in it or he bought the thing and is saving for a rainy day.
Well, at this point, it probably cost 10 grand for him to get it to move.
Yeah. So anyway, Endless RVing MJ says she's got to run, and I just looked, and we just hit an hour.
We got to run.
Run.
Let's all run.
One more in the books, and we will do it again at the end of September. Look for some information of what that's going to look like. Thank you all for spending an hour with us, and go out there and get the most out of your RV. Have a safe Labor Day weekend, and we will see you all soon.
Get off the computer and go outside, have fun. Bye.